live stream. Oh, why are you saying bye? We're just getting started, but that's okay. All right. Well, hello, and welcome to the live stream, everybody. This is Tim from Lessons on the Web once again. And let me just do like a little intro here. Well, hello, students. Tim here, back from Lessons on the Web once again. And today we're just going to jump right into a short list of about 4 songs that I recommend you start out with as a beginner. So a lot of times when we start playing the piano as a beginner, we want to jump to the songs that we want to play right away. You know, we don't really want to take the time to learn everything in between, or we just aren't sure, about all the things that it takes to learn the songs we want to play. Sure, you can get on Synthesia or something online and learn 1 or 2 songs, but if you really want to delve into it and learn how to actually, read music and learn songs on your own and learn any song you want, you really have to work your way up to it. But I'm going to give you 4 songs you should start out with. Now, you'll have to know a little bit about music already, but these are ones, if you're fairly early on, I highly recommend you start with. And these are ones that are recognizable by a lot of people. So that's one of the benefits of this list of songs for us today. So we're going to get on to the first one here. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. Okay, first I'm going to tell you that when you're looking for a song, if you're a very beginner, and you're wondering if the song you want to play is something suitable for beginners, you need to ask yourself 4 basic questions. And does this song have a lot of hand movement in it? If it jumps around hand movement, I would avoid that song as a beginner, because that's a very hard thing for beginners to do. It is play a set of notes in one position and then constantly be changing position. You want to pick songs where a lot of the notes are, centered around one spot. Just like that. So you also want to look for simple rhythms. You don't want anything with 16th notes or even dotted 8th notes or anything like that. If you're just starting out, avoid things with overly complicated rhythms. You're wanting something with like whole notes, quarter notes, half notes, maybe some dotted half notes, and maybe some 8th notes, but keep it simple. If it has something with 16ths and tied over rhythms and things like that, syncopated rhythms, you want to avoid those. Those are difficult for a beginner to play. You also want to look for a song that's fairly short. You don't want anything that's going to take you a huge amount of time, be a huge undertaking, because that will actually discourage you, and it actually might be too difficult if it's too long. So you want it to be a more manageable song. Maybe a page, maybe 2 pages, or even half of a page would be all right. Maybe just a few lines long. And then you also want to look for a song that's recognizable. Now, this one's not as important. If there's a song you really want to play and it fits the first 3 criteria, that last one isn't quite as important, but it is important to learn a few songs that are recognizable, because a lot of times people will ask you whether you know how to play the piano or not, and it really helps to play a song that they probably know. So let's get on to the first song we have today. And hello, everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. It is afternoon for me anyway. Let's see. So we're looking for... Okay, so our first song here is Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, and it's something we've probably all heard at one time or another. This one fits a lot of the great criteria. First of all, it's a recognizable song. Second, it has very simple rhythms, and it generally is around one hand position. One thing I want to tell you about, this is just a right-handed example here. You want to be aware that when you play Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, when you get to the little part, you will have to extend your hand position just a little bit. So you're going to still have your thumb on C and then move the rest of your notes up by 1. And that way, you'll be able to hit all the notes in between. That A is just slightly out of position there. Right after that, you're back in position. Like a diamond in the sky. So like right there, little star, you'll have to extend. How I wonder what you are. Now when you get to the how I wonder what you are, I would come down and bring your hand position back to normal, because you have to be able to hit this D here right before the last C. So twinkle, twinkle, little star, how sky so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. A great song that a lot of people are going to know. It might only take you a couple minutes to learn. It might take you a few hours to learn if you're just very beginner, or maybe you're a little bit slower absorbing new songs, and that's totally fine. Don't let that discourage you. So there was the number one song that I had for today, which is Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Let's move on to song number 2. Okay, this next one's a great one, Jingle Bells. And by the way, you can find all the links to these in the description. This one is great for the holidays, Jingle Bells. A lot of people know what it is, so it does fit a lot of the criteria. You know, it's recognizable. This one's a simple two-handed one. So start out with Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. If you feel like you know how to play both hands already, then you can jump to this one if you want. And the other great thing about this one is it has very simple, very few hand movement. Like you're pretty much in the same place the whole time. So if it's that criteria, it also has very simple rhythms. You know, it doesn't take too long. It does have a dotted quarter, which I said to avoid, but you know, since it's a song that you know pretty well, jingle bells, jingle all the way. You know, we all know how to sing that rhythm, so it is just like you sing the song. Makes it a little bit easier. So this one is another one that is great for beginners because it just isn't very complicated. And then it repeats a lot. So, you know, once you get that first line, you basically have the third line down. Just like that. So this is another easy one, but this is a two-handed one. So if you're not used to playing with two hands, you might want to hold off on this one just a little bit. So that was song number 2, Jingle Bells. Okay, now we had Mary Had a Little Lamb. Mary had a little lamb. Now this one is in G position, so you want to move your hand from having your thumb over C to having it over G. The good thing about this one, though, is it doesn't really change hand position, and it's only a right hand. So that makes it a little easy. You do have to be careful that we do have a key signature here with one sharp, and so any F in the entire song is sharped. The good news is I don't think there are any Fs in the song, so you don't have to worry about any sharps, even though they are written there in the key signature. So here we go. So, like I said, this one's very easy. It might take you some time, longer than me, obviously. I've even played this one before. But as you can see, it's just within the 5-finger hand position, meaning I'm not moving, you know, out, or I'm not moving at all. If you're looking for an extra challenge, if you feel like one hand's too boring, you see how they have letters written above some of the measures? Well, play that letter with your left hand. So in the first measure here, we have G written over the left hand, or up top, rather. So I'm just going to play G with my left hand. And that way, it fills in the notes a little bit. And then I'm moving to D, back to G. So if you're looking for a little two-handed piano playing there, we have it there for you. All right, that was song number 3. Let's move on to the last song for today, song number 4. Okay, here we have song number 4, which is Itsy Bitsy Spider. So I didn't see a lot of these are nursery rhymes. Nursery rhymes make very good beginner piano pieces. They may seem a little juvenile if you are an adult, But don't let that get to you. I mean, honestly, you should start out with things easier than what you're working up to. I think that's the big point of today's lesson, that these are songs, they may be at your ultimate goal. Maybe you've always wanted to play Itsy Bitsy Spider. That's perfectly understandable. But maybe you're looking to play, something from Frozen or, the Simpsons theme song or something. So you want to start with songs like this. And today we have Happy Birthday, Itsy Bitsy Spider, which these are all great for children as well. So I think we all know the tune. Now the thing about this one is it's two-handed. C position, meaning C is the leftmost note. Makes it a little bit easier, but I would recommend playing this one hands separate first and then putting your hands together if you're new to two-handed piano playing. And it's pretty simple. You may have to start out slow, but it's another great one. Has fairly simple rhythms. You might not be used to playing eighth notes, but it is a song, since it is recognizable. You probably do know the rhythm a bit. But I think it's simple for most beginners who are just learning to play both hands together to grab a hold of. Like I said, some students will learn this very easy. Some, it's still, even though I call these easy pieces, it may take you a while to learn. Like I said, don't let that discourage you. Keep going. You can learn these. If you have any problems with any of these while learning them, let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to help you out. And if you have any other songs that you recommend that you think others could really learn from, that you started out with learning piano and you learned an easy song that I don't have on this list, please let us know what that song is or what those songs are. And, the best thing would be to link us to them so we can print them out. But if you could just let us know, what songs do you recommend for beginners just starting out? Remember, songs with simple rhythms, you're not moving hand position a whole lot. So things like that kind of fall into that category. I would love for you to share that with us, because the more we share ideas together, the better we learn. There are some great ideas that I've gotten just from people leaving them in the comments. Things that, even though I've been learning piano for over 20 years, I see and I'm like, oh my goodness, that's brilliant. Or it's just it's a way I haven't thought about it before, or, something I haven't considered, or maybe something I did think about, but I kind of just forgot to say in the video. So if you ever want to share with us, I'd be more than happy to, take on those comments and those questions so we can all learn together. One thing that kind of brings me into the next topic, in that I'm so proud of our community. The community that we've built actually over the last 3 years since we've started is really great. I see a lot of people answering other people's questions. I see a lot of people asking questions in the comments. That's wonderful. I love when you go out and help each other. Of course, if you don't know the answer to something, you can't do that. Or, if you're just kind of to yourself kind of person, I don't mind that at all. You're definitely a welcome part of the channel, whether you leave comments or you don't leave comments, or you interact or you don't interact. I just think we have a great community here together, and that we're all really supportive together in our quest to learn piano and music. So it's really, really great thing. If you're more interested in becoming a bigger part of our community, check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/lessons on the web, the name of this channel. And there you'll learn how you can contribute if you want, or become a bigger part of the channel and a bigger part of our community. If you're looking to learn more, so you're like, I really enjoyed this lesson, or I enjoyed a lot of the other lessons Tim puts out, that's me, the other lessons that you put out, and you're looking to learn more. You're looking to learn more about piano. You want to learn more about music theory, the workings behind music and piano. You want to learn how to improvise. You want to learn how to get better at rhythm or sight reading. I have a ton of courses. By a ton, I mean over 17, maybe even close to 20 now. I need to recount, over on my website, pianolessonsontheweb.com, where I have a ton of courses I made, and you can gain access to them over on the website. So I highly suggest you check that out. If you like the videos I put out on the YouTube channel here, you will, I guarantee you, love those videos as well. And not just videos. You get practice assignments, you get sheet music you can print out, there's online activities, there's other tips and things that I don't give away in the YouTube channel, and it covers a lot more material than what the YouTube channel covers. So check that out when you get a chance. Of course, you don't have to. There will still be free lessons here on the channel for beginners. So that's all I have for today, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out. If you're interested in joining us live, go to pianolessonsontheweb.com/community. That has our community calendar there, where you can find out when we're meeting and basically what we're talking about for that day. The next time we're meeting after this, assuming you're watching this when I put it out on Thursday, is we're having another one on Friday, the 27th, Friday, January 27th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure to look that up to make sure you got it on the right time to convert the time zones and everything. So thanks everybody for coming out today. That does it. Nice short lesson for us today in the afternoon, since I had to kind of make one up since I had to cancel the live streams last week. Sorry about that, by the way. Lots of family things going on. My mom actually passed away recently, so that's why things have been a little shaky with the schedule, but I'm really trying to get back to it and get back into the swing of things for the new year. So thank you all for your patience and more great lessons on the way. I've been definitely brainstorming a lot about different lessons I can come out with, and I really think you're going to enjoy some of them, or a lot of them. I would love to say you're going to enjoy all of them, but I think you're going to enjoy a lot of them. So stick around, subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on any of the good stuff coming. So this has been Tim from Lessons on the Web. Thank you so much again for being a part of our great community, and thank you for coming out today, and I'll talk to you in the next lesson. So thank you so much.